We strategize, then we capitalize on what we see. Wanna go to Pittville? Come join the Pip Academy and learn the Pip drill. Let's take the trip to Pittville.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? So this literally might be the end of MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5. So if you guys noticed last year, I don't know exactly which month it was, but you remember when MetaTrader got taken off the App Store and you couldn't really access it? That was kind of putting out a little bit of breadcrumbs right there, because to be honest with you, MetaTrader is an old platform. I believe it was created like back in 2005 or something like that. However, it's really, really easy to use. So a lot of traders use it. I would probably say almost 90% of Forex traders use MT4 or MT5, one of the two. And it's really, really easy to use. But however, as of late, like in November, just started maybe a month ago, for me, I was utilizing, one of my live accounts in Hugo's Way. And I also have funded accounts and all of that kind of thing. However, in Hugo's Way, they started going through a migration and things like that because they were having issues with meta quotes through MetaTrader 4. And so with that migration, it scared a lot of people, because the migration wasn't, I'm gonna be honest with you, it wasn't really that smooth, because people, they were not getting their withdrawals or their payouts and things like that. However, I did receive my withdrawal. So one of the things that I did was, whenever I requested my withdrawal, they'll send you an email within the first 24 to 48 hours. Now, a lot of times that email will go to your spam, but you have to respond to that email in a timely fashion, because if you don't, they'll deny it, or they'll say something goofy like, you didn't provide a BTC address or some crap like that, which is not true, because whenever you submit a withdrawal, you have to put in a Bitcoin address anyway. So that was goofy in itself. That's just their little sneaky way of saying, hey, you didn't respond in time, so hey, we ain't gonna give it to you. But just make sure you look in your spam if you do request a withdrawal. And then also reach out to support and let them know, hey, I just sent this withdrawal. This is my withdrawal ID. What's going on with my stuff? So make sure you stay on them, so they will actually give you your withdrawal situation. So when I kind of moved from them, I kind of went over to Hanko Trade, because Hanko Trade was one of those brokers that a lot of people were using. I had Hanko Trade some time ago, but I just never really used it. And so there's a lot of Forex traders, they use Hanko Trade and things like that. They have a lot of good reviews. However, yesterday or this week or whatever, people started having issues with Hanko Trade. It starts showing up in MT4 as disconnected and all of this kind of thing. They're having issues. Now, Hanko Trade, they kind of moved over, or they're going through their migration now, but they moved over to some wonky thing called Act Trader. And when I tell you that joint is extra butt, like that thing looks super old. It's so butt to the point where you can't even tell if you're doing a buy or sell. Like the buttons on that joint is not even distinguishable for you to even tell what you're doing. And when I logged onto it, I was like, man, look at this. Like it's horrible. And so for me, I'm gonna wait for them to kind of give them a few more days, and I'm probably gonna withdraw my money from there as well. And so the thing is, a lot of people, they like unregulated brokers, because you got your regulated and unregulated. Regulated brokers, the leverage is a lot lower. However, with regulated brokers, you can't trade instruments like your indices. You can't trade US 30, your NAS 100s, your S&P 500. You can't trade any of that. Gold being my favorite instrument to trade, you can't trade that with a regulated broker. However, with the unregulated brokers, it's more attractive because you get a lot more leverage. Your leverage can go all the way up to 500, depending on which broker you're using. So that's almost saying that if I deposit $100, that $100 will be treated like I have $5,000. Okay, so that's how, and that's why unregulated brokers look so attractive. And they also let you trade all of those indices and metals and all of that kind of thing. However, in this day and space, you just got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? You got to do your research and see exactly what's going to happen. I've been on a few chats and forums looking at, what's going to happen with MT4. And so some people are thinking that in 2024, it's going to be the end of life for MT4 and MT5. We just got to be mindful and just do our research. There's still going to be unregulated brokers out there. However, we just got to make sure that we understand exactly what's going on with them, and and really do our research as far as their trading platforms. Now, there is one out there, KLT, I believe. They use Trade Locker or something like that. And I believe Trade Locker is actually something that Q Banks created or whatever. And being that he's a Forex trader and he really wants to look after the best interests of Forex traders, that might be the route to go. You know what I'm saying? That just might be the route. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really endorsing anything, but do your own research, or you can go the funded route. Now, there have been, a prop firm, My Forex Fund, they kind of scammed out because of how the shady stuff they were doing in the background. But you do have funded prop firms that are really, really good prop firms. They pay out consistently, things like that. And that can be a really, really good way to actually earn money in the Forex space because they allow you to trade those instruments like gold, your US 30s, Niles 100s, all of those type of things. You can do all that with prop firms as well. However, like I said, just be careful, do your research. This literally might be the end of MT4 and MT5.